What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of DGS2, part 3 of this asinine episode. Like, wow, okay then, this is deep, this is some deep stuff compared to what we got in the Spirit of Justice asinine episodes. So, we are hopefully gonna finish it in this video, and yeah, we should be getting close to the end at this point. So I'm just gonna keep going. Even if we go slightly over, we're pretty close at this point, so, meh. Let's go. We are now in the process of pressing statements from Hosonaga. Also, is this thing loud again? No, it's not. It's just my headset. Okay.
I haven't committed any fraud. All I did was take the exam fair and square.
Yes. Well, personally, I'd like to believe that, but... What are you talking about? Hosogi's not the type of guy to commit fraud.
Naruhodō, you...
But... even on the off chance that he had done it, then... I'm sure... it would only have been because he was that passionate about wanting to go to the Great British Empire. Damn it, Naruhodō, the first line was just fine. You didn't need to add this part.
I didn't do it, so your hypothetical talk is pointless.
Right. It's kind of odd how all of a sudden we all get the feeling that you might have done it.
Here I was thinking he showed promise as a defense attorney, but maybe it was all in my head.
Well, I'm sure dishonesty was his only choice.
Damn it, Naruhodō!
Sorry, Sogi. You really should have just kept your mouth shut there. You didn't need to add that. You're too helpful.
Those scores weren't revealed to us examinees.
Right, and they were treated as top secret information by the Ministry of Justice selection panel. Then, how on earth did you find out about the supposed fraud in the first place? Apparently there was a whistleblower among the ranks.
A whistleblower?
An anonymous letter was delivered to the prosecutor's office. The letter contained an accusation against the Ministry of Justice selection panel.
That could have been just someone's idea of a prank.
That seems unlikely. The accusation contained information that only an insider could have known. It was likely sent by a member of the judicial system who possessed detailed information about the situation. And so you began your investigation. Correct.
And just... how on earth did you get your hands on those documents?
I'm a barber. Aren't you an undercover detective?
Huh? You got it from the tonsure shop?
There are high-ranking government officials among my customers, and when I'm preparing to shave their beards, I put a damp cloth over their faces. And on that towel is a little bit of sleeping medicine.
How can I put this? That's a pretty serious crime.
Yeah. But it's only a little. That's still a crime!
That's not the issue.
If you're going to go to the effort of doing the investigation, do it perfectly. I was just thinking about perfection. That's not the issue either. Apparently he's more dangerous than he looks.
So, you put the high-ranking official to sleep and stole the documents?
No, unthinkable. It's just that...
How many points behind was I?
Huh?
How many finalists were there? Who was the first placed? Who was the true candidate?
calm down, Asogi. Even if you've been in last place, in my heart, you'll always be...
I would never be in last place.
It was only an example. I took a photo of the documents with a camera and gave them to Prosecutor Aochi. I didn't look too carefully at the photo. I wasn't particularly interested in it. Ha! Foolish, dirty student attorney! They're Japanese government's top secret documents. They can't be shown to the likes of you. However, shouldn't it be the same for you, Prosecutor-sama? Silence! I was only doing the necessary investigation in order to expose fraud!
This is bad. It was such a harsh shock that my head is spinning.
Detective Hosonaga. Yes? Regarding that photo, I don't suppose you happened to make an extra copy of it, just to be safe, did you? How did you know? Well, it's just because of what you said at the last trial. If you're gonna do an investigation, do it perfectly. You said that was your motto. You have an impressive memory.
So wait, Detective. You can't mean...
Indeed. I made one more copy just to be safe. What?
Present that photo at once.
There's no need! That's a secret government document! Detective Hosonaga, you will present that photo. The court will accept it as evidence. But... Information must be fairly distributed. Am I understood, Prosecutor Aochi? As you wish! Candidate scorecard. A photo of top secret Ministry of Justice document shows the legal program and exchange student candidate scores. Now then, witness, continue your testimony. As you wish. Alright, before we do that, let's look at this thing. Okay, I'm just gonna not spoil this certain thing, so let me see. This is gonna be hard for me to explain without spoiling what's gonna come. But the first place is Sonenoshita Tadashi with 998 points, Asogi Kazuma in second with 997, so he's off by 1. But remember that we've seen the name Sonenoshita Tadashi somewhere else. And then in third place with 732 points is Aochi Takatsuchi. This is probably the best way for me to say this without spoiling anything. So now we can kind of see why Aochi might. But even then, I don't know. That's a pretty low score. I don't think he would have made it anyway. Anyway. Whoops. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, is this new? In other words, the part about there being dishonesty involved is a conclusion reached by Prosecutor Aochi. I'm not sure that was new or not. Shrugs.
What? Because I'm the runner-up? Are you saying this because I got it even though I wasn't in first place?
Getting angry with me won't change anything. Like I said, in my heart, even if you've been in last place.
Shut up.
Precisely! Student attorney, you were the runner-up! I'm not sure if he's the one who did fraud, though. The only one fit to be chosen as the exchange student is someone truly outstanding and pure. He was chosen due to dishonesty. In other words, he's not qualified. In addition to immediate arrest of the student, I also request a retest. Wow. This just doesn't add up. What doesn't? Why are you so hung up on the legal exchange student selection? It seems highly likely that there's a special reason for this. Oh, ridiculous! As if there were any such reason! I just... Right? Isn't that right, detective? Huh? You're asking me. I'm not really in any position to speak on the topic, but... It's fine! Testify! You know what I'm trying to say! In that case, the witness will update his testimony. Very well. It seems that Prosecutor Aochi has no other motive for trying to deceive the defendant other than his desire to right a wrong. No, that's wrong. Okay, we're gonna present the scorecard. I did not get the press for this, so we're just gonna present the scorecard. Why is your name on here, buddy?
So, you still intend to continue piling on the lies, do you, Prosecutor Aochi?
What's this all about?
It just became clear. I understand why you were so determined to interfere with the legal studies exchange program that you even tried to sue me.
I told you! I don't have any such...
That reason is clearly written right here.
That's the scorecard from earlier.
The name of the candidate who came in third place is Aochi Takatsuchi.
What?
That's your name written there, Prosecutor Aochi.
Prosecutor among prosecutors whose name is basically gold in the Supreme Court system. I should think it's only natural that my talents be highly valued.
In other words, if I were to lose my right to study abroad, then the legal studies exchange student choice would be reevaluated, and you would be sent instead.
Don't tell me that's why he...
Prosecutor Aochi had just one reason for trying to sue me. And that was to supplant me as the legal aid study exchange student.
Gah! Just as I suspected, Hick students are only capable of shallow thought.
What?
Don't get a swelled head. You were the runner-up in this competition. Which means that so long as there's a different first-place candidate, the fact that you were removed from the running would still make it impossible for me to be chosen as the legal studies exchange student. That's really nothing to brag about, if you ask me. Shut your mouth! In any case, all I want is for the candidates to be selected fairly. I didn't have so much of a hint of ulterior motive.
Unfortunately, Prosecutor Aochi, you can't possibly hide your ulterior motive, no matter how much you run your mouth.
What?
You tried to steal my right to be made the legal studies exchange student. Because you knew that if you got rid of me, the right would be given instead to you. And I have the evidence to prove that.
What are you talking about? That's nothing but conjecture. The only thing that matters here in the Supreme Court is evidence. Therefore, the court orders Attorney Asogi to present that evidence. Evidence that proves that Prosecutor Aochi would be granted the right to study abroad if you were removed from the picture. Let's present the newspaper article. Right. Oh my.
This is this morning's paper. There was some terribly unfortunate news splashed all across the front page. Lauded defense attorney arrested. He was caught trying to bribe some judicial system officials.
Indeed. As a member of the judicial system myself, I find it very hard to forgive.
According to the article, he was likely caught as a result of an inside investigation ordered by the prosecution. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Ouchie?
What? No! I don't know anything about that! Wasn't the prosecutor responsible for that?
Incidentally, the name of the defense attorney who was arrested was Sorenoshida Tadashi.
Huh? I feel like I saw that name somewhere just recently.
I'm sure you did. Naturally, you saw it on this scorecard. The name of the first place candidate for the Legal Says Exchange program was Sorenoshida Tadashi.
That man cannot possibly be selected as the exchange student. After all, he's currently serving time for the crime of bribery.
So if you were to remove me from the picture, the third place candidate will be sent. And that's you, Ouchie Taketsuchi. You took everything that's happened into account and tried to sue me. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Now that I think about it, maybe this is the privilege given to brats like you. The privilege of not learning your lesson, I mean.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean that your claim is flawed at its most basic level. Think back to the trial 10 days ago. Now, once again, witness, your name and occupation, please. Oh, this lady! With her gibberish English. Forget my rudeness, please, ma'am, but what did you just say? Oh, what a lovely timbre the English language has! The beauty of it resonated with me, even though I didn't understand the words. That's right! This outstanding prosecutor you see before you just has one downfall. And that downfall is that I don't understand a word of English!
What?
I don't know if that's something you should be shouting about, but okay. Yes, you did indeed seem flustered for a moment there. In other words, even if I were granted the privilege of studying abroad, I would have no choice but to withdraw! I really don't think that's anything to brag about. Shut your mouth! Anyway, the only one spewing conjecture here is you filthy, headband-wearing, hickish brat of a defense attorney!
Damn it!
Order! 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 It sounds as though we've reached a conclusion. Prosecutor Ouchie made his accusation with pure and just intentions. Yes, I certainly did. That's all I did and nothing more. Uh-huh.
That's a lie. Prosecutor Ouchie definitely had some sort of ulterior motive. Do I really have to listen to him accuse me, only to let him slip away?
Yare. Detective Hosonaga-san? What? Oh, what is it? You look like you were lost in thought just now. We're seeing Naruho's mechanic, but from like this perspective where we don't have to do anything, he just does it for us. Yes, it's hardly worth mentioning, but it's indeed true that Prosecutor Aochi doesn't understand a single word of English. Unlike his son.
What?
Well, actually, Prosecutor Aochi's son is rather remarkable. I've been giving him English lessons on the weekends and... Quiet, detective! No one cares about that drivel! Come now, Your Honor! Quick! End this cross-examination!
For some reason. I feel like for the first time just now, I saw Prosecutor Aochi for who he really is.
You mustn't let him get away with this, Kazuma-sama.
Detective Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
That information you just mentioned, please add it to your testimony.
What are you talking about? The cross-examination is already over! The only one who can render that judgment is me, the judge. Detective. Yes, Your Honor. Please amend your testimony as the defense requested. This will be your last statement to the court. And there we go! There's the music pickup. As you wish. It's a waste of time! This is nothing but useless struggle! So maybe we must have misread the name on the card. Or at least Asogi did. Prosecutor Aochi's son, Takeshi-kun, has been learning English with me. Aha! So what's the name on this scorecard?
To tell the truth, there's something that's been bothering me for a while now. And that's the fact that the prosecutor's name was listed in third place among the exchange student candidates.
What insolence! This is the great Aochi Taketsuchi we're talking about here!
The name written here is not Aochi Taketsuchi.
What? Huh?
It's difficult to tell because of the unique handwriting, but take another careful look.
Takeshi. Ah!
Prosecutor Aochi. Apparently the son you're so proud of is named Takeshi. Could you show us how to write his name in kanji? I believe we can now consider this case completely solved. Well, how about it, Prosecutor Aochi?
Oh, now we get the Nocturne theme, okay. Admit defeat, Asogi. Ouchie! Oh! We, the Aochi clan, have been a warrior family renowned for swordplay since the days of old. We gave our son a name that would call back the glory our clan possessed at the starting point of the Meiji era. Takeshi. Young whelp. No. Attorney Asogi Kazuma. Oh, he actually addressed him by name?
Yes?
I realize I I don't have the right to make a request like this of you. But I'm begging you! Could you please allow our boy Takeshi to be selected as the—
I refuse.
Damn it! He was so close! He lost by such a small margin! It was a margin of over 200 points, actually. Okay, I'm sorry. I kinda... This pain has been very interesting.
This doesn't necessarily mean that he's missed his only opportunity, Prosecutor Ouchie.
Huh?
If he doesn't lose his motivation, I'm sure opportunity will come knocking again.
I mean, considering the fact he even got third, how many other were there only 3 candidates? There must have been other candidates. I mean, that's quite an achievement that he got third place. Like, I don't know. I'm really impressed by how they approached the character of Pain / Ouchie in this one.
Someday, in the future.
Oh. Ugh. Go on, cut it!
What?
If one doesn't lose motivation, opportunity will come knocking again in the future. I ought to fix my eyes on what lies ahead in my own future. Wow! That was kind of impressive coming from Ouchie! Like, seriously!
I admire your resolve, Prosecutor Ouchie.
You don't need to look so scared.
To the future!
And it's back down again. That was still pretty impressive coming from Ouchie, though. It seems that we've reached a conclusion to all this. You alright there, Asogi? There's something wrong, Attorney Asogi. Your expression looks awfully clouded.
Of course. I assumed that I'd been selected as the first place candidate. To think that I could have ended up the runner-up, even if it was only by a margin of a single point. Even if Mr. Soden Noshida was arrested, it still doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, but Asogi, I don't think he got that score fairly. Why? I mean, considering why he's in jail? Kazuma-sama. Soden Noshita Tadashi. He was indeed an outstanding defense attorney, but it was proven that he had tried to bribe the Legal Studies Exchange Program selection panel.
What?
The prosecution had some doubts about the final stage of the selection process and began a secret investigation. And the final evidence was gathered yesterday, leading to his arrest.
So then, the score recorded on the scorecard was...
It was significantly inflated. In other words, you were without a doubt the #1 candidate. Depart on your journey with pride.
Thank you very much.
I trust you have no objections, Prosecutor Ouchie. I, Ouchie Takeshi, plan to tell this to my son Takeshi. Ouchie Takakuchi. Did I say Takeshi again? Ouchie Takeshi. Yeah, I did. Ouchie Takasuchi. God damn it. If he doesn't lose his motivation, then the opportunity will come knocking again in the future. That's a good idea. Now then, I will now hand down the final verdict for the defendant, Asogi Kazuma. Not guilty! Cherry blossoms! That's pretty, though. That concludes the proceedings for today. I wonder who was in charge of throwing cherry blossoms back then, because it's sure not Gumshoe. I'm just curious. Hosonaga? Same day, 10:11 a.m., the Supreme Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Asogi, congrats on your not guilty verdict. It's just like I thought. A real defense attorney like you is on a completely different level than someone like me.
Yeah, thanks.
I guess this will be my last time seeing you looking so gallant like that for a while, huh?
When you put it like that, it kinda makes me wish I could have shown you a better trial than that, at least.
There's an even bigger stage waiting for you out there. Because it won't be long until you're standing in trials at Old Bailey in the Great British Empire.
Yeah, finally. By the way, Naruhodō. How are your preparations going? Have you managed to get your passport yet?
Yeah, I've got it, but... Are we seriously gonna do this? I mean...
Say no more, Naruhodō. I already know what you're going to say.
I really think you should do something about that habit of cutting others off. Kazuma-sama!
Hi, Legal Aid Mikotoba. You were a big help today. I owe you my thanks.
It was all thanks to your skill, Kazuma-sama. I was really impressed. What's that giant thing over there? Oh, this is the trunk I ordered for Kazuma-sama.
Oh, thanks. I better start getting ready for the trip.
In that case, I shall take care of the post-trial proceedings. That's a pretty ridiculously huge trunk you ordered, Asogi. You might even be able to fit a large adult in there if you really tried. I hate to tell you this, Naruhodō.
It's for you, Naruhodō.
Huh?
I'll check how well you fit in it. Go on, get in.
Huh? No, wait! Actually, thanks to all the beef stew I've been eating with you recently,
Say no more, Naruhodō. I already know.
In that case, before I stuff myself in there, let me just say one thing.
Sure, shout it at the top of your lungs, Naruhodō Ryūnosuke.
In that case, here goes. Igiyari. There we go, the end of that one! If you love Naruhodō and Asogi very much, I hope you enjoyed that, because that was pretty much what it was. Dumb adventures with Naruhodō and Asogi. Their relationship is fantastic. Like, that's like, I hate to, I mean, I don't talk much about ships, but I ship them hardcore. I don't know what it is, it's just a dialogue or something, but they're beautiful. But anyway, we're done! The DLC, this DLC is done. We will tackle the British one much later on in this LP, like closer towards the end. Just because it fits better if it's closer towards the end, in my opinion. So, we'll hold that off. So the next time you'll be seeing DGS2, we will be tackling the very first case of DGS2. I'm excited to do this again. It's great. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys then.
Incidentally, the name of the defense attorney who was arrested was Soden no Oh, fuck me. Oh, God.